Hey everybody, this is Quentin speaking here, and I'm very thrilled to have you with me on your first Make.com automation. So first of all, congratulations if you are actually here and listening to this video. That means you made it, and I'm going to go through your first automation a little slower than actually my usual pace, and I'm gonna try to actually explain as much as possible. If you are actually feeling a little overwhelmed at one point, please play the video a little slower. There is an option on Loom, or you can actually literally pause the video and then actually catch up with me as I go along. Your first automation is gonna be actually extremely impressive. We're gonna actually collect tweets from your favorite content creators. We're gonna gain valuable insight and inspiration. We're then gonna craft engaging tweets of your own using LLM, and then we're gonna actually save time and boost productivity. In order to do so, what you need to have actually a Make.com account, you need to have an Apify account, and you have to get a Google Sheet account. So I'm pretty sure Make.com and the Google Sheet are maybe already connected. If so, if not, we will actually see this toward the video. The Apify might be new. You might actually just have to create an account. At this stage, pause the video, create the account, and then we can resume over there. All right, now that you are actually having your account created, I'm gonna start it from fresh. I'm gonna show you over here. You're gonna click on the create new scenario, top right. And then we're gonna build this together. So you can literally just follow along and I'm gonna explain how to build this. So first of all, you're gonna have to actually rename your scenario. I'm gonna call this X Intel. And on the first module, so clicking on the little plus in the middle, I wanna search for Apify in this case. And then I want to do a run actor. It's important that you understand the difference between a run actor and a run task. In this case, a run actor is, imagine an actor being someone that's actually playing the script for you. This is exactly what we want to do. A task is a little different. I don't want you to confuse you too much. In this case, you want to go ahead and run an actor. So you want to run a script or someone that will actually run the script for you. So a run actor in this case. At this stage, we're going to have to create, you might not have this Jeff account over here. You want to go ahead and click on add, or you might have to actually have a button mapping your account in this case. I will explain where to go. By clicking on add, you will actually have something called API token. And so I'm going to go to my Apify account. So under settings here, I want you to click on settings. And then I want you to actually locate this little copy button over there. And you see it mentioned here, it's mentioned that actually this is my API token. And so by clicking this little copy button here, you can then actually copy your API key. Once you have this API key copied, I want you to go ahead and go back to Make, and then paste your token over there. Click on Save, and congratulations, your Apify connection is made. Couple of clarification on Apify. This specific scenario can potentially run for free, but there is actually something I need to explain. Apify will give you $5 per month worth of credit, okay? The actor we're gonna run will actually at one point cost you $3.5 per 1,000 run, okay? So 1,000 result return to you equal $3.5. Since Apify is actually running this $5 rolling over, we call, so they give you $5 every month. This is technically free of charge, but I just wanted to put it out there for you to understand how it worked. Once you have made the connection, click on OK for now. I'm gonna move this over here. Click on OK. Don't do click cancel. Nothing for you to do as we speak. You want to go back to your account. I want you to locate store in this case. And by the way, just so you see over here, you have actually literally the free usage here. I have actually 5 credit. I've used 17 cents on this account. So clicking on store, and I want you to go ahead and search for Twitter. And I want you to locate this one, Quaker/Twitter scraper. This is the exact actor we want to run. As I mentioned, you can for sure explore some. So don't worry about all those information here. There's actually not, it's not really, it's a little overwhelming at first, like follow along, nothing to worry about. It's extremely easy, bottom line. Here is what I was saying. You see over there, usually it will tell you, okay, this is gonna cost you $3.5 per 1,000 post scrape. Okay, so in this case, on my side, I've actually run this couple of times. This cost me so far 17 cents. Once you have this located, I want you to go ahead and add, so you might actually not see all of those, but I want you to go ahead and add those content, so Twitter profile. So basically you would actually just add the creators that you like on Twitter and that you want to actually collect information from. Once you have this over here done, you can literally click on you can actually click on save, you can actually first click on save and start, or click on save. Up to you. If you want to see the result in Apify, click on save and start. If you want us to actually save right now, for something that we can actually use, you can click on save. I'll suggest at first, for creating the first connection, I suggest that you hit actually the save and start, and this will allow you to actually see the exact results back from Apify. If I go to run, so under actor, if I go to run, you can see all the actors that you've been running, right? And in this case, I've actually run this couple of times. You can literally see, you should actually only have one on your side. And you can actually literally see here, you can click on the first one. And then we can see a message on the top, succeed, 5 results. This is if you wanted to run this actor directly on Apify. What we want to do on our side is we want to create an automation that will actually extract this information for us. So back to the actor itself, I want you to go ahead and click on the top, Twitter scraper. And then I want you to go ahead and I'm going to cancel the change on my side. You don't have to do that. I want you to go ahead and click on Johnson over here. Once you have the Johnson, you're going to see a bunch of code over there. Again, nothing to worry about. Extremely easy. Copy all this line. So right click and copy. And now we are ready to go back to make.com. In this case, what I want you to do, run actor. If you click cancel before, you might have to remake your connection. The connection might not have been saved. So again, you would actually have to copy your API key first. And once you have your connection, you should actually see something down those lines. You should actually see an actor over here, an input Johnson, extremely important. I will go back into this and I will give you the first tips on how to parse or how to paste actually Johnson. But in this case, I want you to go ahead and select your actor. If this is the first time you're actually using this account or Apify, sorry, you will actually have, you should only have this first actor. On my side, I have actually a couple of them. So I'm going to search for Quaker Twitter scraper. Once you have this done, I want you to actually select this run synchronously. That's extremely important. What this does is that it will run the actor and will wait for the actor to finish before passing to the next step. That's exactly what we want to do. Otherwise, you're going to have false positive. So extremely important. I want you to select yes into the run synchronously. That's very important. Remember, so we have copied, if I go back to the Apify, we have copied the Johnson. And the reason why I want to actually to copy the Johnson is that I want you to feel comfortable by actually copying such a structured code, basically. It's not really a code, it's like more like an output type of code, like a programmatic output, but for the sake of the video, we will call this like a code. On the input Johnson, I want you to go ahead. If you are on Mac, you can do actually Command-Shift-V to paste, or if you are on actually Windows, you can do Control-Shift-V to paste. So in my case, the reason why I'm doing this, first tips, is because I'm keeping the formatting of the Johnson properly. This is a proper Johnson. We have actually intendants done. We have actually comma left over. If I just paste, for example, if I right click and paste, in this case, it will actually still be a valid Johnson, but way harder to read. I also realized you could actually potentially just right click and then actually paste and match style. And in this case, we still have the indentation that's supposed to be. Just to comment a little more on what we see in the screen. We have the handle, which is actually the profile of the user, the content creators that you're following. And in this case, tweet desired, I have 1 here. I put 1 just for the sake of the video and for the length of the video, okay? But you could literally have, you can actually put, for example, 10, and that means that it will actually return 10 tweets of those, of each of the creators that I have in this case. So in this case, I have actually 5 of them. That would actually be 50 tweets, okay? So something to keep in mind. Also, something to keep in mind, if you are new to Make.com offer you 1,000 cost operation, which is a generous tier as well. However, you need to understand that if you actually putting tweet desire 5 and you have actually, or 10, and you have actually 5 of content creators, that means that 50, you're gonna subtract 50 cost operation from your 1,000 operation. So you would be actually at 950. I want to put it out there so you understand how cost operation worked. I will potentially create other video as well on explaining how we can actually optimize such behaviors. Once you click done, congratulations, you have actually done your first module. I want you to go ahead and click on the little plus over here. You're gonna select Apify again, and you want to get the dataset item. That's important for you, an important concept over there for you to collect. You would actually select your Apify connection here, that's important as well. And then the dataset ID, what you want to do is you want to actually have default dataset ID. Again, little tips, if you want to search for this, you can type default dataset ID, which is actually in this case here. So I would select the location where I want to push this information, and then I can literally either drag and drop, or easier would be actually just to click 1 time over there. Once you're done over here, nothing for you to do anymore. You can just literally click on OK. Now, if I wanted to run this, you can actually run this once. We can then see how this looks like. You now have the actor that's supposed to run. If you've actually followed everything until now, we've been 12 minutes together. You will then now, you're supposed to have actually the first 2 modules in green. Those 2 modules in green, if you look into the bundle, those are called bundle. This is actually the output of the system. That's telling you what has been outputted from those 2 modules. And in this case, I can see I have actually information back from the content creators over there. All those information are now available for us to actually work on potential improvement or other automation. I'm gonna unzoom a little bit and we're gonna continue now. We're gonna actually remember from the presentation, we're gonna be able to actually run an LLM model, so OpenAI in this case, where we're gonna tell the AI to actually return another version of the tweet, basically. I'm going to click on the little plus, and I'm going to search for OpenAI. I want to create a completion of the prompt. Over here, you will actually have to create your connection. Hopefully, you have done your connection. If not, you can just go to platform OpenAI. So you would actually go here. You would actually go here, platform OpenAI, and you can literally see over here, you can actually go to overview, and you can then create again an API key, same as before. I will have to log in, so I'll log in over here and I'll show you. All right, I'm back now, logged into the OpenAI platform. I want you to go ahead into your profile and then locate the user API key. In this case, I want you to go ahead and click on Add. And then you can just simply put your API key and the organization ID. You can actually literally find this out over here. So going back to your user settings, you can go to organization, and then you can actually find your organization ID over here. You would actually copy this text, go back to Make, and then paste it over there. You would actually save this, obviously. And now I want you to go ahead and select your, so the chat completion. There's nothing to change over here. Go to models. And in this case, we're going to actually use on our site GPT-4o. We can actually do this, or you could actually literally use different model, GPT-4o mini if you want it, but GPT-4o give actually a good output. The output would be extremely simple in this case. What we want to do is we want to go and select output from a user. In this case, we could literally also do, like, you can potentially improve this prompt. This is a very, very basic prompt I'm going to give you here, but you can literally improve this. For example, you can actually tell the system, so you can actually go system and say you are an intelligent assistant. Your role is to help me improve my short-term content. Short form content. The idea here, the reason why I do not mention tweet is that if I'm putting tweets, I'm putting the LLM a little like the output might not be as good because it's actually I'm using actually a specific keyword, in this case tweet or Twitter. I'm using actually short form content in this case. That's proven to be a little more useful. No, a better output, sorry. So on the message too, now you're gonna select user, and you're gonna tell on the message content. You can actually literally tell here and said, help me craft a more engaging short form content based on the following text, and then space, and then I would actually put the text coming from Apify. Remember, we ran Apify. If you followed along, you now have the information available. And so in this case, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and search for the text itself. So in this case, this is the text, which is the tweet itself, the post. Okay. Once you've done this, I want to go ahead and put a max token of 300. You can leave max token 0 if you want it. The reason why I'm saying max token 300 is that to avoid having a very long response, for example. Clicking on OK. Congratulations, you have now your first LLM message or first LLM system, allowing you to actually improve or rewrite some of the tweets. Okay. What we want to do now, this is good. Let's say, Quentin, it's good. I have actually the tweet. I want to be able to have and gather some intel. I've actually prepared for you a Google Sheet that I will actually put on the description down below, where you can actually collect this, like you can copy this base or this Google Sheet, which is fairly easy. I'm just putting like a header, so name, followers, tweet, inspiration, comment, URL, and create time. Now I want you to go back to make. We're gonna add one more time. I'm gonna actually go add a Google Sheet, and I'm gonna actually select and search. I'm gonna move my head a little bit. We're going to search for add row. So in this case, we are adding a row to an existing file at the bottom of the table. That's exactly what we want to do. At this stage, you would actually have to create a connection. Again, with Google, you might actually have to re-authenticate. There is an article that I will actually put as well from our community members that has actually been a documentation that's been made by our community members. I will actually put in and link it down below if you have to rework your connection. But the same, it's an authentication. Clicking on add. It will actually ask you to validate your connection. For now, just actually follow along, and then we'll see you'll actually have your connection created. I want you to go ahead and search now that you have actually, you've copied obviously the Google Sheet into your Google Drive. So if you'd actually go to File, you would actually have an option to make a copy and make a copy to your Google account or Google Drive. Once you've done this, I want to go ahead and select the spreadsheet ID. You can actually literally search for this. So click on the little blue button. We can actually search for Twitter Analytics. And now what we can do, we can actually literally we can extract those information, put it into sheet name 1 in this case, table contain headers, yes, and now we want to map actually those. So we want to search, fairly easy. We want to search for the name. So in this case, I'm searching for the name of the content creators at the time. The text will vary, it will not be the same as me, but you get the drill. We want to have actually follower count. We want to have the tweet, which is actually, in this case, the text, right? Then I want to have an inspiration, which is actually basically the text that has been returned by OpenAI. I want to have the amount of comments. So for the comment, I'm looking to my cheat sheet. Comments is actually favorite count. Again, we can search from there. You can say favorite, right? Favorite count. So clicking on comment, clicking on favorite count in this case. That's actually that's the whole amount of comments. Okay. I want for the URL, I want you to go ahead and do a little text manipulation, fairly easy as well, just so to give you an idea of creating those automation. I want you to go ahead and type https column / and then x.com, and then we don't do the slash. We are literally searching for the tweet itself, which is the handler. Let me actually see from there. That's actually a permalink, sorry. So I'm searching for the permalink. Permalink over there, potentially somewhere down below. You see, we have a lot of information over here. Let me actually do permalink at the top. Right, I have it over here. So you see, there is the permalink already contained a slash. That's why I didn't put a slash over there. And then the last step is that create it now, create time. Basically, I'm going to delete the permalink here. And then I'm going to search, click on the created time, and then I'm going to search created at. Okay. So now watch this. I'm going to click on OK. If everything goes well, I'm going to run this one. I'm going to move my head over here. I'm going to run this once. Now the Apify is running the actor. Okay, that's important. I'm going to get and collect so the script is run, the actor is running the script. Now the system is going there, and now I'm going to go to the Twitter analytics, and you're going to see the magic happening here. Is that, as you see, I have actually the information that's been saved real time, or as I'm running, I'm having all those information actually available for me. This is, if I'm looking to, I have actually 5 tweets that has been extracted. The reason why I have 5 is because if you remember, on the Apify, I'm running actually 5 handle, so 5 creators, or 5 person on Twitter, and I'm tweet desire 1, so I'm returning 1 for each of them, right? So that's 5. If I put 10, again, you would have actually 50 over there extracted. Going back to the Twitter analytics, if I'm selecting all, double click on one of the columns, and now I have actually some information, nice information about the follow count for the person. So in this case, there's actually John Rush. I have actually the tweet itself. I have a reworked of the tweet. And see, that's actually been done by the OpenAI in this case. I have the numbers of comments, and I have actually the URL of the post. So if we wanted to check, I can actually literally look into, we have actually comment 208. If I'm going to this specific tweet, I would actually have 208 as a post comment. I'm going to actually show you this in a minute once everything has actually been loading. Right, and I have actually over here amount of like 208. I would actually rename this just like and not comment. It's going to be actually easier for you to watch. And created time over there, I can see was actually released on Friday 13, right? And we have actually all this available on your at the fingertips on your Google Sheet. Last point I wanted to mention, you can actually trigger the scheduling if you want it, and you can actually run this as an example once every day, and you can select and say, I want you to run, for example, instead of every, you want to run this every day, and you want actually to choose, for example, at 3 p.m. or 3:30 p.m., right? You can actually click on OK, and now this will run on daily at 3:30 p.m. once you actually toggle the scheduling. And voila, That's actually your first make.com automation. Congratulations. I'm extremely thrilled to actually have you with us in the community. I hope you found this actually video informative. I hope you've managed to actually worked on your first automation. Please put a comment below and I'll be actually happy to discuss further with you. Thank you very much. If you came that far in the video, that means that you've enjoyed it. So if you are looking to speed up your progression with make.com and AI automation, I'm offering a one-to-one coaching session where we co-build together on a live call. If this is something that you are interested in, I'm going to put the link in the description below.